Good morning. I hope you and your families are well. As we complete our discussion of the bracha of Baruch She'amar, I wanted to share with you one last observation, which has enhanced not only the kavana that I have during the bracha Baruch She'amar, but many aspects of our tefillah. And this observation comes once again from the Talmidei Hagra. We know, as we pointed out at the very beginning of this series, that so much of our tefillah, so much of the objective of our tefillah is to enhance our midah of bitachon. So much of our relationship with the Rebbeinu Shalom depends on our midah of bitachon, our ability not only to believe intellectually in the Rebbeinu Shalom, but to put that belief into practice and actually be somech, to be dependent upon the Rebbeinu Shalom and to act in accordance. That is a very high standard, and therefore Chazal, the Torah, gave us a vehicle with which we could increase our level of bitachon. That vehicle is the exercise of tefillah. Through tefillah, we are, as we mentioned from many of the Rishonim, we are supposed to enhance and exercise our midah of bitachon. Says the Vilna Gaon that this too is taking place when we recite the bracha of Baruch She'amar. Because as the Rabbeinu Bechaya tells us in his Choyvas Halavos, perhaps one of the greatest works on the midah of bitachon, almost the Shulchan Aruch for bitachon, is Shar HaBitachon, Perek Beis, Shar HaBitachon in Chovas Halavavos. And the Chovas Halavavos tells us in his Shara B'tachon in Perek Beis that there are certain basic requirements necessary for a human being to have bitachon on another person or on the Rebbeinu Shalom. And he goes through in a very, very systematic way describing what it takes for a person to have bitachon on another entity. And he writes, for instance, first of all, you have to be convinced that the person or the entity, the Rebbeinu Shalom, cares about you. Because if there is no care and concern, if there isn't a sense of rachmanas there, so perhaps you will need something and the person won't care because there's no rachmanas, there's no ava for you. There has to be a certain conviction, a certain belief that the person has the ability to do that which you need, because he could have all the love in the world that he may have for you, but if he doesn't have the strength, the ability to do it, so then he's not going to be able to come through. And how could you honestly say that you have the bitachon, that you believe in him? V'hashlishis shehu chazak, that he has the strength to do it. V'hareviyah shehi yodeya be'ofnei to'eles haboteach alav. Not only that he loves you and will do whatever he can for you, not only that he is strong and has the ability to do it, but he is cognizant and constantly aware of your needs, so that when a need does arrive, he will be able to come through. With this in mind, say the Talmidei Hagra, now we approach the bracha of Baruch She'amar. Now, in the bracha of Baruch She'amar, we refer to the Rebbeinu Shalom on many different levels and with many different names, many different descriptions. At the end of the baracha, we say Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech Olam Hakel Ha'av Harachaman. What are we referring to? Hakel Ha'av Harachaman. Says the Vilna Gaon, we're referring to the Rebbeinu Shalom in these distinct ways, as we so often do throughout our tefillah. Refer to him as Hakel, Ha'av, a father, Harachaman. What's the unique aspect of each of these? Says the Vilna Gaon, what we're trying to describe over here, we're trying to reinforce within ourselves that midah of bitachon. And we know, like Rabbeinu Bechaya in his Choyvas Halavos says, that to have full bitachon on the Rebbeinu Shalom, it requires certain attributes of the Rebbeinu Shalom. We have to honestly believe that he is aware and constantly looking at what we need. We have to believe that he has that rachmanas, that if we need something, he certainly will pull through. And of course, we have to believe that even though he's aware, and even though he has the rachmanas, that he has the ability, the strength to do it. Says the Vilna Gaon in the Talmidei Hagra, quote from the Vilna Gaon, Hakel, shehu chazak, v'lo yenutzach, he is strong, and no one will ever be able to overpower him, Chalila. V'zula solo yuchal shom nivra laziko le'ila lo yela mimenu davar. And not only is he strong, no one will be able to do anything to me without him agreeing to do it. There's no one that could damage me or influence me or affect me in any way without the consent of the Rebbeinu Shalom. That is represented by the name Hakel, representing the strength of the Rebbeinu Shalom. Ha'av, he is like a father. He's like a father who only wants our good. So he wants our good, and he has the ability to do anything that he wishes. Harachaman hu shebetachlis hachemla veharachamim. He has the utmost mercy for us. After describing the Rebbeinu Shalom as Hakel, the strongest, Ha'av, like a father, Harachaman, with the utmost mercy, now we are absolutely convinced there is no one else that we should have bitachon. The only thing we require is to have faith in the Rebbeinu Shalom, and he will come through. Now we are certainly ready to begin our process of davening with the Piskei Zimra that we have proclaimed and established and reminded ourselves of the utmost bitachon we must have the Rebbeinu Shalom, and the reasons why that bitachon is so important and so logical, because he is Hakel, he is Ha'av, he is Harachaman. He is the one who has mercy upon us. He is the one who cares about only our well-being, and he is Hakel, the one who has the strength to bring that well-being to fruition. I wish you all a good day.